Good afternoon, everybody. I just wanted to follow on from this morning's post with regard to trying to be a positive influence in somebody else's life. I want you guys to just pause for a moment and think about all of the times during the day when you have an opportunity to make a positive impact on somebody else's life. Or maybe you haven't thought about that before, but going forward you will. Not everybody is in a loving relationship or gets on well with their parents or sits down to family meals or has any of the positive life experiences that a lot of us get to experience every day. So when you are spending time in an office with somebody or sharing a car on the way to work or somebody that you know you're going to be in contact with on a regular basis, make a special effort to try and be the most positive influence in that person's life, because we all underestimate our own power. And I'm here to tell you that you can make, with even one sentence, you can make a positive influence in somebody else's life and be that person that that person looks forward to seeing. You need to become somebody that that person looks forward to seeing, because you might be the only person who has a kind word or a nice smiling face and bring that type of energy into their life. The reason for my post this morning was there was a gentleman in a shop yesterday and I heard him on the phone to somebody who obviously is part of his life, and he wasn't being very nice, let's say. He wasn't nice to the lady who was checking out his messages. And then I went to another shop and he happened to be there as well, and he did the exact same thing again. So this isn't something that I would do very often, but I approached him and I spoke to him about that very openly and honestly and from a loving space. I wasn't, having a go at him. And I made a huge impact on that gentleman's life. Now, I'm not saying that everybody should go and do that, because that's very extreme and it actually can be very dangerous. I felt comfortable in that moment and I felt the energy was right for me to do that. But I spoke to that gentleman briefly about the language that he was using. I asked him, was he okay? I said, you seem like you're having a really bad day. And he said, God, I had never thought about that I'd speak like that before. I had never thought that that's how I am. And in actual fact, when I was going from one shop to the other, he was in front of me in traffic. He was on a motorbike and he was fighting with the traffic. He was giving out to everybody on the road. It was just his demeanour. It was how he lives his life. So by me having that one small sentence to say to him outside a shop in Drogheda yesterday, that impacted his life greatly, and it flicked the switch on how he thinks. So hopefully he'll go off into his life, and next time he thinks about speaking negatively to somebody or giving out yards in the traffic, it might change his life and therefore have a positive effect on the people that he lives with, and that will ripple out. And that's what I want you to do. I want you to be that positive influence in somebody else's life, and just know in your heart and soul that that influence is rippling out into the world, into that person's life, into someone else's life, and will go out and do whatever it has to do and come back to you in another form. So go off and be a nice little positivite for today and forever. Take it easy. Slán. Bye bye.